on top of the world, about to jump above it. Take it straight to the moon, 'cause we know how to rock it. Ain't no thing you can do, ain't no way to stop it. Now you're feeling it too, let's get it started. Throw your hands in the air while the beat is dropping. Acting like you don't care when everybody's watching. Just keep whipping your hair like that, you got it. Yeah, you're feeling it too, let's get it started. I'm ready, ready. Let's get it, get it. I'm ready, ready. Are you ready, ready? Let's get it started. Charts off the meter, turn it up, blow the speakers, make them all to believers. Break through the surface, tell them open the curtains, give them all what they wanted, yeah. Now let's get it started. Let's get it, get it. Yeah, I'm ready, ready. I'm ready. Are you ready, ready? I'm ready. Let's get it started.
Hey, let's get it started. Happy New Year, by the way. Welcome to our coverage of the Northwest Pro Late Model Series, the longest race of the year. Tonight, here for Season 1, we're at the historic home of Music City, USA, the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Tonight, twin 75s on the 5/8 mile speedway as well as on the quarter mile. And man, I'll tell you what, we've got a great one for you. Greg, alongside, I'm Wesley Outland. We got a great show here, Greg. It's going to be a fun time tonight, buddy.
Gonna be an awesome night, Wesley. Twin 75 lappers, like you mentioned. However, we're doing it two different styles. First, we're on the big track, 5/8 mile, Nashville Fairgrounds, one of the most historic racing venues in the nation. And then, Wesley, as you see the grid getting ready to hit the track, we're going short track racing, very, very small track, 1/4 mile in the infield. That's coming up here tonight. We're gridding up here for the big track coming up here on LSRTV as you see the cars beginning to line up.
Well, again, it's great to be here tonight. The driver get ready to go. They are printing. They're not wasting any time. My apologies. I stepped away for just a few moments to update time and scoring. And Greg, again, as we talked about, buddy, twin 75 lappers. You've got 75 laps on the quarter mile track here at the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. And then you've got the 5/8 mile. Two totally different racetracks, so they're on the same facility. This should be a great race here tonight.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it. Two entirely different styles of racing, but at the same facility. This is going to be awesome. But it looks like we've got some heat races coming up here first, as we got 5 laps on the ticker here for this one, and the pace car is rolling off. We've got 4 cars on deck.
The field is rolling. The field is rolling, and they're ready to go. Heat races. Heat races will set the field for their 75-lap race. Now, the question is this, Greg. Are we going to run heat races and features for both tracks tonight, or is it just for the big track, and then we move and progress into the small track for the next race?
So, I'm not sure what is going to happen, but I think it's going to be heat races for both. We'll have to see and kind of just wait and see how it goes at this point. But you've got cars on track for this first heat race of the night. We've got Terry Ackerman in the number 22. Help me out, Wesley. I haven't been here in a couple races. Who's in the 13 car alongside him?
Yeah, the number 13 machine's going to be Dana Rogers. That's going to be row number 1. Row 2 will find Curtis Critchley. He's won a couple of times this year. The number 27, Kyle Matthews, in the car number 29. So that will make up your first heat race. Oh, and yes, we do have an email. Thank you. So we're going to go over the information for tonight's event when it becomes available. The field is coming to the green flag. We're ready to go. Heat races here tonight. Of course, at the 5/8 mile. And remember, normally they run 10 8-lap heat races. This is a pretty big track, probably the biggest one of the year they race on, Greg, and this is 5/8 of a mile. We're already 1 lap in. Critchley out in front in 27.
Critchley out to a big lead. Again, he won a couple of races. There's some connection issues there for Ackerman in the 22s. You pick up Kyle Matthews sitting in the second spot as Critchley opening up a pretty sizable gap now over the rest of the field. Rogers, a driver that we've seen a lot here on LSRTV in the wall, is Kyle Matthews, and he's going to ride the wall up on 2 wheels before he gets it going again as Ackerman gets a little bit of a slide. Remember, no cautions in the heat races as Rogers goes to work on Ackerman. Again, going back to what we were saying, you've seen Rogers a lot on LSRTV. He races in the Northwest Cup and Truck Series that we have here on LSRTV during the summer, but racing in the pro late models tonight.
That's exactly right. They work their way back around. 2 laps to go. Sideways, Castro car, Ackerman. Ackerman and Matthews battle. Dana Rogers sideways as they'll work off of turn number 4. CRN 1 to go in heat number 1. Of course, there goes Critchley out in front.
Ooh,
Rogers is spun. Hey, buddy, you're going the wrong way, or you're not moving the wrong way.
He's in the wrong way on the one way.
Yes, sir. And he's coming to the checkered flag as well, Greg.
Curtis Critchley. Oh, Kyle Matthews with even more damage on the number 29. The good news for him is he will have a reset and a fresh car for this main event as Terry Ackerman crosses the line in reverse and backs it into the Big Machine vodka sign. There you see your rundown for the first race presented by LiveSimRacingTV.com. Curtis Critchley with the win by 7 seconds over Terry Ackerman, who spun across the line, finished second.
Yeah, there you see Kyle Matthews again having issues. Dana Rogers falling a lap down, and Bart Hector Jr. will finish in the top 5. All right, so here's the way it'll go here tonight.
I don't think Bart Jr. is going to be competing tonight. He's watching us live at home on LSRTV. Hi, Bart.
I got you. So for the Nashville Fairgrounds Oval, 75 laps, no fast repairs, no extra sets of tires. The number of cars to the main is going to be 35. Number of cars to transfer to main per heat race. Everyone advances. Green, white checker attempts will be 2. Top 18 in qualifying are automatically locked into the main. Top 12 is your invert. And, of course, that was your one and only heat race now as the field is now getting ready for their 75-lapper on the Nashville Fairgrounds 5/8 mile over. We're just underway. Coverage of the new year and the Northwest Pro Late Model Series. Back for the Music City on iRacing when we return on LSR TV.
An automobile purchase shouldn't be hard. The hardest part for the consumer in the whole process should be selecting the vehicle. We have the online credit application. We can bring the car to you to see it, to test drive it, to deliver it. We have all the tools in place, and we've had them in place for a long time. I just think now we've perfected it. It's become part of our culture. We've, kind of taken it to the next level. It is easy, and it should be easy, and it should be fun, and it shouldn't take a whole lot of time.
Hey, it's Wesley Outland on the set of the Bullring on Speed 51 TV, but I also want to remind everybody that you can keep up with coverage of esports with the Northwest Cup and Truck Series, the American iRacing League, S&B Cup Series, and so much more on your home for sim racing, LSRTV. Of course, remember, you can watch it, and then you can listen to it on CRN, the community radio network, at wearecrn.com. Check us out when you can.
Welcome back to coverage of the Northwest Pro Late Model Series. It is our longest race night of the year. We welcome you to the Twin 75's. I'm Wesley Outland. Greg Rentz is alongside. The one and only heat race, or B-main if you want to call it that, has concluded. And Greg, we're about ready to send these virtual warlords into orbit for the 75-lap race around the Music City. Should be a good one.
One of the most popular tracks on the server since it came to iRacing. And Wesley, this track was long requested before we finally got it. We went here with the Northwest Tour last year with the super late models. Here in the pros tonight, Cole Raz and Ryan Gormley picked up the wins there. Neither of them in the field here tonight, I believe. Cole might be. I know he's logged in to TeamSpeak. He may just be kind of there hanging out with some of the boys. We'll see if he's in the field, but it'll be a fun race here tonight. 75 laps of distance. First up, the big track. Wesley, you've been here in real life, I'm sure, right there at that big race, the All-American 400. Tell us a little bit about this 5/8 mile track.
I certainly have on several occasions had the privilege to do the All-American 400. I've had the privilege to do some ARCA Menard Series events as well. And it is just an awesome racetrack. You talk about the history that is the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. You look at the the special scaffolding there off of turn number 4. That's the, you know, it's very unique to see that type of shelter overlooking the grandstands. There's only a couple more racetracks I can think of. Oswego, Pocono used to have it, that actually have that type of lavalier, you know, grandstanding with the roar of the cars and the echoing, and it's just amazing, the ambiance and the same sentiments that you see in real life that they do in iRacing, as we always talk about. And it is about to be go time here in just a few moments for these drivers as they get ready to go for 75 laps in race number 1. The Twin 75's on the big track, on the little track. They're gridding. It's go time. We're ready to give you the Team 126 Racing starting lineup, and we are ready to go for 75 laps here on this Tuesday night. Not wasted no time. Row number 1 is going to find Angel Ortega on the invert, the number 10 to the outside. Eric Cheney, Big Bird of the 76. He'll make him row 1. Row 2, Troy Allison to the number 49 to his outside. Marquis Smith in car number 20 here in the Music City. That's your top 4. Row 3 from the Northwest Cup and Truck Series, Dan Lowder in 63 to his outside. Briar Reynolds in car number 12. Row number 4 in the grid will find Ryan Bloom, the 2021 ARCA Northwest Series champion in 25. Brock Denny, 64, looking for his second win of the year. He's in the outside of row 4. And around at your top 10. Hey, Kenneth Garber's in the house. And Caden Anderson from Real Pro Late Models to iRacing. He'll start 10th, Greg.
Starting off the second half of the top 20 will be Kyle Lahr, former Northwest Tour winner, with Dylan Huffines in the number 7, the high school senior. Troy Daggett out of Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, with Alex Duda alongside, making up row number 12. David Cannon and Tyler Kim. TK made it back home after a treacherous trip home. Good to have him back safe, as we've been slammed with the winter weather tonight. There's Toby Ritters from the Northwest Cup Series in the field, with Nate Garski in the number 44. Rounding out the top 20 tonight, Scary Chris Kamari in the number 15 alongside Colton Garber, another member of the Garber clan, number 59.
Moving on to row number 11. Curtis Critchley in the 27 to the outside. Terry Ackerman, 1 to go at the line. Row number 11. Row number 12 of the grid will find Kyle Matthews in the 29 to the outside. Dana Rogers in the 13. Those are your drivers that were in the B-main. Row number 13. No 24 cars ready to come to the green flag here this time by. Should be a fun one. We hope you all had a great Christmas. We hope you've rocked into the new year. Hope 2022 has been good to you. And we're ready for round number 6 of the Northwest Pro Late Models at Nashville. The Twin 75's. Sit back, relax, enjoy the show. Green in the air. And we are racing in the virtual Music City. They'll send it off to turn number 1. Look at this, Greg. Cheney gets the whole shot off too.
Ortega on the outside, trying to hold off as Cheney with the crossover. It's the lead. Actually, that was Smith in the number 20, and the caution is out already. You see Barney Milton Fife Jr., the flagman, and the 1-5 Studios entry has been in the wall. That is Tyler Kim in the number 38. Let's take a look here at a Pulse Hoppers replay, because that is a lot of damage to TK.
Caution out, and look at this multi-car accident. Dana Rogers and a couple of other cars wadded them up on the back straightaway. 38, Tyler Kim, Chris Camary, multi-car accident. Watch it one more time. This happened on the initial start as they're coming to the green flag down into turn number 1 and 2. And once, as you said, Greg, they just get together. Daggett, there you see the machine of Kim get turned. He gets into the 32 Budweiser car. Camary nowhere to go, and round we go.
A lot of other cars caught up in that. I saw the 44 get a piece of it. That was Chris Camary and that Chase Elliott entry right there, number 5. They're all chasing the number 76 of Eric Cheney so far. One of the guys very much responsible for putting this series together. Got Marquis Smith behind him in the number 20 under the caution for the first time tonight. Remember, this is the first of 2 75-lap main events. The second one coming up on the quarter mile that sits inside the Nashville Fairgrounds. 2 very different styles of racing. These guys, this group of guys that runs the series, we've gone to the mini track, the quarter mile, quite a bit in smash to pass competition. Never been a late model, so this will be a first.
We like smash to pass. We like smash to pass for sure, definitely. Well, we're still under caution. They'll work on resetting them. By the way, you do see also that caution laps do count. Looks like they're going to give them the 1-to-go indication this time by. The lights are off of the pace car, and they will reset to go here again in just one moment. So, we'll reset them for you as the first caution after a multi-car accident has subsided. Eric Cheney, Marcus Smith, Angel Ortega, Briar Reynolds, Troy Allison in the top 5, Brock Denny, Dan Lowther, Kenneth Garber, Caden Anderson, Kyle Lard, your top 10. Lights are off of the pace car. It drops onto the pit lane. Camary scampers off pit road, beaten, damaged, battered, bandaged, and bruised as the green flag comes back out. They roar back to speed at Nashville to turn number 1 at the high banks.
Big Bird out to a big lead as there's Camary and that Napa Know-How number 15 trying to pull ahead of the field and try to stay at least on the lead lap for now, but he's just going to move out of the way and let Cheney go by. You see the field trying to click laps away. Garber on the inside now of Dan Lowther. There's Caden Anderson in the 137 on your screen trying to move forward. Guy I'm watching, though, Wesley, currently sitting around 15th, but I always got to keep my eyes on Curtis Critchley in the number 27. A couple of wins in the series. He's mired deep in the field at the coming his way through the B-main, but you always got to keep an eye on Critchley, excuse me. There he is trying to track down Cannon and Duda right now. Critchley in that black 27 has a big bobble behind him. One of those cars deep in the field getting a little loose. That may have been Toby Ritter's.
Ritter's a little loose there for a moment, saves it together. Toby Ritter's, a.k.a. Big Red. We know him from the Northwest Series in the Budweiser King of Beers number 32 machine. Got caught up in that accident earlier in the start of the race. 10 laps in of 75, and they're clean and green for the moment. Look at the Pebbles car. Man, I'm thinking of cereal in the morning, and I'm thinking of Fred Flintstone and Barney and Bam Bam. Yeah, Bam Bam.
Have you seen that new Fruity Pebbles syrup that's out? That's what I'm thinking of right now.
It's a syrup?
There's a Fruity Pebbles syrup out now, made by Mrs. Buttersworth. My sister wants to try it. I told her no.
I thought Mrs. Buttersworth went out of business. Trouble, look out, 49, in trouble, Allison. He is dirt tracking that car off of turn 4, and they stick him 3 wide as here comes Lowther. And Lahr and Daggett running him down in the 49. Wow.
Keep your eye on Kyle Lahr right there in the number 41. He hasn't raced a whole lot on LSRTV, but when the Northwest Tour was on another channel, we saw a lot of that young man, and he is a wheelman. Getting a little loose right there. He's going to lose a couple spots, but I will not at all be surprised to see Freight of Washington's Kyle Lahr up at the front mixing it up by the end of this race.
Back straight away inside, Troy Daggett down on the inside of the line. The 41 under attack by Lahr, drifting up in front of Ollison's car. Remember Ollison having to dirt track that car a moment ago, right there in that machine, drifting up. Looks like he's still fighting some handling. Here comes the Binford Tools machine from Home Improvement. Troy Daggett down to the inside. He'll battle Lahr's car. Here comes also Critchley in the caution to fly. Trouble front straightaway right there. Car number 22, Terry Ackerman's car goes around, and the yellow is out for the second time. Just a single car accident though there, Greg.
Looks to be a single car accident. We'll see what the number 22 has here. Terry Ackerman going to come off of turn number 4 already with a lot of damage. He's just going to nose it into the wall. And that's the second time that he has hit the big machine vodka sign there in the infield. So I think Mr. Ackerman wants to give one of the local Nashville products a try there.
Yes. While we're under caution, let's check out the weather conditions because we were so fast to get in the air. 69 degrees, virtual, ambient temperature. The track temp is 72, just a couple of degrees up from that. Wind speed 4 to 5 miles an hour. Clear conditions. Yeah, clear. Not 80 degrees and then 30 degrees and then snow on the ground as we had in North Carolina yesterday. And Greg, I think you're just dealing with snowstorms up north in your part of the Pacific Northwest of Washington.
Yesterday was really bad. Today wasn't as bad, but yesterday, oh boy, that was an adventure. Because remember, not only do I get to deal with the snow, I work at the school bus yard, so I'm out there in the mix of it when it's coming down. So the last couple days have been interesting, for sure.
Man, how cool would it be for Eric Chaney, Big Bird, if he could win this race? He's in a good spot right now.
Chaney leading the way over Marquis Smith. I believe that's Brian Reynolds in the Superflow car. How about Cole Trickle back there?
Yes, it is.
In third. Nice run for Briar.
Yeah.
And you know, hey, I was talking to Briar a little bit earlier this week. Me and him both lost out on our fantasy football championships by mere points because Green Bay pulled the starters early. He had Aaron Jones, I had Aaron Rodgers, and they pulled them just a little bit too early, cost us both championships.
You're a Steelers fan, right? What about last night?
Nope.
What about so special? Oh, whatever then. We're going back to
It was awesome for Roethlisberger, yeah, but I'm a 49er fan. What are you talking about?
Oh, well. I guess that'll work. My uncle, God rest his soul, he was a 49ers fan, so. But, yeah, Steelers, big hope. They beat Cleveland last night. Hopefully they beat the Dirty Birds of Baltimore. And Jacksonville beats Indianapolis to go to the playoffs. We're back underway off turn 4. They're going to stick them 3 wide. Ortega, pole car, falling back. I just love that wrap job on that number 10 car. It looks sharp on the outside of Dan Lowther. In 63, got cars getting sideways. That's Lowther's car as they work into turn number 3. Behind him is Lauren Critchley.
Oh,
and the
someone was
leaders work
facing
off
the
turn
wrong
4.
way
We got
there.
one backed against the wall. Is that Smith?
Marquis
I think it's
Smith.
20 is Smith. Caution out for Smith in 20. And there is Barney Five's son, Milton Barney Five Jr. on the flag stand. I wonder if he has a bullet in his pocket like his daddy. What do you think there, Greg? Watch the replay.
I think you should climb up on the flag stand and ask him. There's Marquise Smith backing into the wall there on the Colts Poppers replay.
Oh, that sucked. Oh, what a tough break there for our buddy. Man.
There's
Northwest Cup and Truck Series. Yeah, I was just going to say, Greg, Northwest Cup and Truck Series coming back in 2022. I guess it'll fire up in February. I know they're still working on the final details on that. I know we always look forward to qualifying night at Daytona. Then they run the duels for the Cup cars, the trucks, and then we've also got the Sim 500 Racing League. Apologies to everybody yesterday. I had some other obligations that schedules got changed, and I was not able to be here last night, but thanks to for John for filling in for me. And man, I'm looking forward to seeing what the Winter Blizzard Series provides with the next-gen cars going into the Sim 500 League, and should be a fun time. Lights are off on the pace car, and we will try this again. And after 2 attempts single file, Gregory, we're going to go double file on the restart with now Big Bird, Eric Cheney, and Briar Reynolds to the outside. 23 laps in, completed working lap 24. Almost 1/3 of the way through, and we're back underway at Nashville.
Brock Denny to the inside of Briar Reynolds trying to bring Fruity Pebbles. Yabba dabba doo up to second.
I like it.
He's going after for the lead. Oh, car in the wall, and the caution is out.
Uh-oh, big trouble, big trouble. Oh, is that Ortega? Oh. Ortega got turned by Ritters. And that's not the start of it. That's at the end of it.
That caution has been out for a good 5 seconds there. What do we got going on here, boys? Let's take a look at the Colts Poppers replay. There's Tool Man. There's the Tool Man, Troy Daggett. He's going to line up and tune up.
Daggett turned Ortega.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Big wreck.
Oh, wow.
And then
My.
Ritters piles in, and then, yeah.
Wow. I don't think Ritters meant to get into
I don't think so.
Ortega now. That was just trying to get back going again. My goodness. Here we go. One more shot at it.
So we got Troy Daggett, the Tool Man, trying to go in a little. Oh no! Got into the back.
Look at Matthews. Yeah.
Well,
and then
Troy Daggett with a little too much power there.
Yeah, I don't think that was intentional. But by the way, that's Toby Ritter. It's not Troy Daggett. Toby Ritter's in 32.
Troy Daggett was in the number 9, the Binford Tools car.
Yeah, I don't think he per se meant to turn him there. We just caught the tail end of it. So, yeah, cautions breed cautions. Typical Nashville. Re-read it. We'll reset here in a minute. Try to go again. Remember, if you think the big track's fun, wait till you get them on the small quarter mile on the front straightaway. That's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the rematch. Here we go. Brock Denny's beginning to size up Cheney. Lights still on the iRacing sedan. Not doubling them up just yet. How about Casey Garber back there in 4th? And Caden Anderson up into the top 5 now. A couple drivers making their way
Good
forward.
run scoring for them. Here at the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. By the way, Greg, I believe, 2023 NASCAR will be returning back to this facility as well. I know a lot of people are excited for that. And, of course, they brought it back to the Music City at Nashville Super Speedway this past summer as well in June.
Definitely going to be exciting on that. The lights are out on the sedan. Looks like we have switched to single file for this one. And some other contenders beginning to make their way up. I see Lauren Critchley creeping up in the picture as well. They'll be factors before the end of this one.
Our longest race night of the year, the Twin 75's at Nashville. Off of turn 4, green flag goes back in the air. Cheney, Denny, Reynolds, Garber, Anderson working their way. Top 5 off turn 2, single file. Battle for 4th. Garber, Anderson, Reynolds going at it. Down to 3, Reynolds pulls away.
Here comes Denny taking a peek to the inside of Cheney as Lar going to work back there behind Dan Lowther. Seeing the Garber's Garage teammates there, Brian Reynolds and Casey Garber battling out alongside Kagan Anderson. And then number 137 trying to make his way up. Up front, though, Cheney doing a nice job on defense, holding off Brock Denny. And that's allowing Reynolds and Garber to try to close back in on Brock Denny. We go on board with the race leader, Eric Cheney. And you can see right there, Denny trying a much higher line than the rest of the field. Can Broccoli size him up here? Or will he fall victim to Brian Reynolds as beginning to close in? This time, Denny falls in line directly behind Cheney as the laps click away. Closing in on halfway here.
Cheney, Denny, Reynolds, Garber, Anderson, there they are. Top 5 and look at Pebbles. Or as our producer called him, Bam Bam. On the inside, here he comes. On the bottom, little sideways wiggle there. Cheney throwing the block. Down into turn number 1, cuts him off, drifts in front of him. Reynolds' car up the racetrack in that Super Flow Days of Thunder Cold Trickle throwback. Or as my uncle called during Christmas, Roads of Thunder. I'll never forget it. 33 of 75, closing in on halfway. Oh yeah, Greg, that was fighting words. Roads of Thunder, and he's never even seen the movie.
Oh, the leader upside down.
Oh,
Cheney. Oh no! Oh no! What just happened?
Cheney?
That was
Eric
the race
Cheney, the leader.
Off of turn number 2. Oh no! What happened?
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god! Oh no!
Oh.
What
London
just
Bridge
happened?
is falling
Let's
down.
replay.
Did Bam Bam hit him with a stick? What happened?
What the heck? Oh no, did Bam Bam get a hold of him? Oh, he just bobbled. Oh, he just bobbled it. Oh no.
We're going to go on board. You better turn away if you get motion sickness very quickly. Watch this. Out in front. Clear sell-in on a Tuesday afternoon or night. Oh, he's dirt tracking it. He lost it on his own. Oh, he got... Oh, my. Oh, yeah. I'm dizzy. Let's go to break.
Let's go. Oh my gosh.
By the way, just want to let everybody know, nobody was hurt in this accident, okay? It's all in fun. It's just iRacing. Car flips upside down. They hit an escape button. They roll on. They continue. Obviously, there's no fast repair, so he's probably done for the night in this race. But, yeah, this is not real life. This is just virtual iRacing, so... But I will say this, though, Greg. I've talked to several people, and they've said, Wesley, I am so impressed with the quality that iRacing has showed with the production on LSRTV as well, and only available in 4K Ultra HD on the YouTube feed, by the way. But with that being said, it looks so real. And I've had people actually say that, Greg. Oh, my goodness, is that a real race? I thought they were done for the year. I didn't know Big Bird could fly. I agree with you. I agree with you, Bryce Clark. Big Bird did fly.
You know, if I didn't think it would be...
And now he's having sunny days.
You know, if I didn't think that we were going to immediately get demonetized if we brought him in, I would say let's talk to Cheney, but we would have to have a censor button ready because all we would hear was beep, 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 car flip, beep, 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 beep.
Yeah, that would be, yeah,
I'm still laughing about that.
broadcast
We're
would
back
be
green.
pulled. And we're just after halfway as well. Green flag back out. Denny is the new leader after Big Bird lost his feathers. They got plucked to the back straightaway. Leading, Anderson, Huffines, Garber. They're sideways in the back as they go to 3.
Stop trying to make me laugh. I'm trying to stop laughing. Stop trying to make me laugh. Here we go. Lar and Dylan Huffines. Dilly up in the third now. Garber's stuck on the outside. Here comes Critchley as well. Denny, Anderson, Huffines, your top 3. Montana, boy, leading the 2 Yakima drivers, but here comes Ephrata Washington represent Kyle Lar in the number 41 making the play.
Yeah, keep an eye on that number 7 car of Huffines and Lar at 41 down to the bottom. peeking up in front of the machine of Garber. Critchley there on the outside as well. And there you see still the loose car of the 49 of Allison as Reynolds clears by him. And they work off turn 4. We're working lap 41 of 75, race number 1 on the big 5/8 mile here at Nashville. That's coming up next on the quarter mile, part of the longest race of the year for the Northwest Pro Late Model Series. Contact to the inside. Getting loose is Lar. He'll battle now up the racetrack with Garber. Critchley ready to pounce like a coiled cobra off Ford.
Curtis Critchley is there and he is ready. And we've seen him on LSRTV a bunch, Wesley. We know how good he is. He won a race earlier this year in this series as well, so he knows how to get it done on these racetracks. I believe he won at Lanier, if I recall, as Lar battling with Garber. Denny continues to open it up a little bit past halfway over Anderson, Huffines, and then this battle for third.
And they work their way back to turn number 3. This race rolls on here again. Just after halfway, you're on board with a man that's won a couple of times this year. Curtis Critchley in the number 27 machine. Good job. He's out in front. Here comes the rest of the field coming after him. It's Brock Denny now leading. Anderson in second. Huffines to third. Lauren Garber top 5. Ready there behind him is Reynolds and Critchley and Lowther. And if you want to go ahead and round out the top 10, you've got Allison and Matthews. How about that car? Oh, trouble! Look out, that's Allison going around. The 49 car almost gets into Matthews. The announcer jinx happens. I believe he also got into Ryan Bloom, the 2021 ARCA Northwest iRacing champion. Caution is out, a multi-car accident off of turn number 2, Greg Rentz. Another look on the Pulse Poppers instant replay.
Watching Allison and Matthews here, 49-29. Light ins, all good. Right there, there's the contact. Ooh, and the 24 gets in as well.
So we're closing in on under 30 laps to go. Caution is out again. Bam Bam out in front, Fruity Pebbles. And if I remember correctly, Greg, I know you weren't here last week. I think John Mushton Jr. was working with me. But I believe Brock Denny won last Tuesday night.
I know he won Southern National earlier this year, but yeah, I was not here for the last one, so can't comment on that. I do remember he won Southern National.
Yes, he did. And Critchley's won. Obviously, we saw Chris Carroll be the inaugural winner. He was the champion last year.
I haven't seen him tonight.
Yeah, where is he? Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. Chris Carroll's not with us tonight.
Oh,
Holidays are over. He's become the Grinch. Yeah. Gifts, 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 gifts. I'm taking them all back, and I'm not iRacing either. Hey, Greg, so we got what? Northwest Pro late models here. This is just some entertainment before we bring back season number 9 of the Northwest iRacing Truck Series, season 3 of the Northwest Cup Series. You've also got, of course, ARCA, I think, is coming back for Season 2 on Friday night for the driver development program. We've got the Sim 500 League. I thought Greg said we have, and yes, it was. Casey Garber won last week. My apologies. It was Casey Garber that won last week. Thank you, Aunt Kathy. By the way, Aunt Kathy, I hope you had a lot of lemon cheesecake for Christmas and New Year's. Yes.
Where's
and a lot of
mine?
black-eyed peas, too. Where's your what?
Where's mine? A lot of members of that family watching here tonight on LSRTV. Hello to all the Hector family.
And Aunt Kathy is saying, Eric Cheney, big bird, what the heck happened?
Denny and Anderson getting together as the green flag falls out. Little contact there between Bam Bam and Anderson.
My. And here comes Huffines now. Dilly, as we always say. Riding dirty on the inside. Getting to Anderson. There's some contact. One to the wall. Critchley. Reynolds on the binders. They were 4 wide just a moment ago as they dove into 3 with a save by all those drivers. Holy cow, Greg Rentz.
What a wild restart that was.
How did they not crash? My. By the way, we're under 25 to go with Brock Denny still on in front.
Brock Denny opens up a little bit of a gap now on Anderson. Finds in third. How about Lar, the Ephrata driver, on another Ephrata setup? Bardecker Jr. built him a special setup for this race. Ephrata helping Ephrata out on this one, number 41, as Garber lurking on the outside.
Back to turn number 1 and 2. Denny, the one out in front with Anderson. Huffines and Lair going at it there. There's Lar going, battling. Garber, winner last week, as Aunt Kathy did correct me on it, Iowa. Now running in the top 5. As they work now, closing in on 20 laps to go. Next time by, as Denny is right now holding everyone at bay after the leader, Big Bird, plucks his feathers off the back straightaway, hit the wall, got scared straight, and flew. 20 remaining, and Denny is looking for another win. Remember, they go from the big track on the 5/8 mile to the small quarter mile here in Nashville.
Whoa,
Trouble
Kyle
Matthews sideways at the wall. 29, Kyle Matthews. Damage on the left side, especially in the left front. And will still stay green. What a save of the 29 of Matthews there, Greg.
Great save by Kyle Matthews. Got a little piece of the wall. I can't wait to see this rematch here on the second race, because there's been some action here on the big track, and then we're going to the Bullring down there on the infield. Quarter mile flat oval. Very similar to Bowman Gray. This is going to get interesting. This second 75 lapper, do not go anywhere. You're going to want to see that on LSRTV for Home Racing.
And for the most part, some caution flags in this event, but they've been rip-roaring around this facility, closing up the final 20 laps of this race, as Denny is the one out in front, Anderson in second, Huffines third, as they work off turn number 4. 16 laps to go. There's Huffines. Dilly better send it after Anderson. Caden Anderson out of Yakima, Washington, and we got a yellow flag, and we got trouble there. Kyle Matthews. It was bound to happen, Greg. Yeah, it was bound to happen. Remember, about 5 laps or so ago, he got in the inside retaining wall down the back straightaway and had a lot of significant damage on the side of that car. Might have drove the car cattywampus, crab walking, if you will. For those who don't know what cattywampus means, Google that. And there you see him up the hill. Goes around. Oh, wow. Caution's out. Good camera work there, by the way. And Greg, now the car is officially driving cattywampus after that hit.
Crab walking. Okay, let's see what we got here. We got Bam Bam, Brock Denny, in that number 64, Fruity Pebbles. But some damage on that number 64 after that restart. The contact there with Caden Anderson in the 137. Then you got another Yakima boy behind him in Dylan Huffines. Ephrata's Kyle Lar, and from my neck of the woods, Spokane represent Casey Garber up in the top 5.
All right, we're going for Bam Bam. Who we pulling for? Who we pulling for, Gregory? Is it going to be Bam Bam? By the way, he's got Fruity Pebbles and Milk Splash. Can't go out and cannot have cereal without milk.
Of course not.
They're great. Oh, sorry, other cereal.
Wrong cereal. Wrong cereal, you ding dong.
I got my producer rolling in here. I did it on purpose.
They're okay.
Yeah, that's what Eric Cheney was saying after he flew through the air.
No, he was saying censored, censored, censored. I can't say that on TV. Censored, censored.
Son of a beep, 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 mother beep, beep, beep.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, here we go. 12-lap shootout. All the junk in his trunk with no milk to boot, with a spoonful is the pack behind him. Anderson, Lar, Huffines, Garber coming after Denny as we come back to green. I have no idea.
Oh, look at Kyle Lar on the outside trying to make the high side work. Lar to the podium, the Ephrata driver trying to size up Anderson now. Here comes Huffines to the bottom. Garber, the catbird seat right now, just waiting, and the caution's out. Number 19 around.
Caution out again. We're trying to figure out where the caution came from. This was the 19 car. Unless he spun out back under green. I don't... Is that what he did? So we're trying to find out where the caution fell for, what it fell for. We don't know. If anybody knows, tell us. We have our best production crew in America here. Oh, okay, that's an understatement. And for our producer says we got nothing, Greg, so we don't know what happened. Maybe a piece of debris fell off of Matthew's car on the restart. They had to pick up the French word, Pierre debris. Bonjour.
It was raining.
Ah, rain delay. There you go. Well.
Oh, that was a fan who couldn't contain his liquor and needed to relieve himself. That's what that was.
Hey, you didn't have to go there, Greg. Don't listen to everything he says in our ear.
Hey, I'm just here so I won't get fined.
You haven't been here long enough. It's
Hey,
been a while.
I gotta get all caught up with you, bud.
Fans don't let fans drive drunk, as you said on the back straightaway. Hey, by the way, Kathy chimes in. She says,
all the way up to the wall, and then he's gonna shoot it down to the bottom. 9 laps to go, make it 8 at the line, and a big restart there for Brock Denny.
Shootout time at Nashville, by the way, and Kathy chimes in, and she says, no, Wesley, no lemon cheesecake, just yummy chocolate banana pie. Ugh. I had some banana pudding at my girlfriend's
house. Oh, look at
house.
Huffines to the inside of Anderson. Dylan Huffines with a move. The Yakima boys side by side. Garber's gotten to the inside of Lars. Huffines with the best run he's had all day long. Going to possibly get by Anderson. They touch off of turn 2. And Lars in the wall in the number 41.
Lar crashes, Critchley in the wall, Lowther in the wall, and they're still crashing. Rogers crashes, Bloom crashes, Ritters crashes.
Now we got Donnybrook.
Garski wrecks. The 19 says the hell with it, I'll hit the back into you too. Caution out again here at Nashville. Oh my goodness.
Happened off of turn number 2. Garber and Lar battling side by side. Lar just gets up in the marbles right there. Collects a good number of the field. Critchley, Lowther, and then they pile in. Ortega gets a piece. Here comes Clifford. And then, where was the 19 going?
He was just happy to be there, Greg.
He's happy to be there. I'm here so I don't get fined.
I'm watching the replay and I can't help but laugh. I just can't. Why? You know, David Cannon, by the way, look at this guy. Gotta admire his spirit. Listen to it. It's like Chitty Chitty Bang Bang right now. Okay? You hear it? Oh, look out! Oh, I told you he hit the back end of his car. It's Lars' car, by the way. He got some more junk in his trunk and some smoke to boot. He's smoking right now. The mask might date him as we're under yellow flag. Look at the smoke coming from the back end of that car of Cannon. Wow, wow, wow. Bryce Clark says, ha, that was awesome. And Kathy says,
the field here in second place, riding dirty, Dilly Huffines in that number 7. Garber and Anderson now 4th and 3rd. All chasing down
Greg
Brock
got
Denny.
comments. Greg got comments coming in. Aunt Kathy says, I want to be in the pits after this is over! Exclamation. Capital letters, all words. Bryce Clark
Kathy,
says,
you're the team manager.
That was
you have to send us video of what happens. You know the rules. Get on it. Get down there now. Pit pass is there at the gate. Go.
All the way from the Big Bird story, all the way down to the Yakima massacre, I'll call it that, between those Yakima boys of Huffines and Anderson.
That's
And
one word for
honestly,
it.
that's where it started. That's where it started, Greg. It started between those two guys. By the way, 2 attempts at overtime, if necessary. 2 attempts at overtime, but before
Oh, it's necessary.
wrecked,
We're getting to
Greg,
2 to go this time, and the lights are still on. This is going to be attempt number 1.
this will be attempt number 1. So we are officially going into overtime. Welcome to overtime.
So here's my question. We've seen that the damage isn't really affecting Brock a whole lot as the lights go out on the iRacing sedan, but Dylan Huffines, a fresh contender up there, one up to the outside. What can Dilly do with Brock Denny?
We'll find out. This is going to be attempt number 1. If we
By the way,
get the
those
white,
two are in
race is official.
communications with each other. Those two can dial each other up in team communications, Brock and Dylan. So no doubt they're going to try to work together to settle this between them and pull away from Anderson and Garber.
I would so love to hear this right now. They're spinning the tires to the bottom of the racetrack. Goes the 64 Danny. He pulls away outside lane. Huffines, Garber. Anderson falls back to 4th. Here they roar off for turn number 2 to the back
Anderson
straightaway.
falls behind Garber. Garber gets up onto the podium as they come to the white flag. This time by Garber once more. Garber wants this race win. He's to the inside of Huffines for second as the white flag falls.
The CRN 1 to go. We got college basketball. We got iRacing. We got high school basketball and more at wearecrn.com. Off turn number 2, it's Brock Denny out in front. Back straight away there, single file. Fruity Pebbles, eat your cereal. It's the best breakfast in the morning. Off of turn number 4, Brock Denny, Kenley winner, Nashville Big Speedway winner. He'll take the 75 lapper as he dirt tracks it off of turn 1 and 2. Oh, yeah. Eat your cereal. I love my Fruity Pebbles.
Second win of
and it was
the
a win for the Cereal Morning Company. Yes. Can you say Bam Bam? Now, are they going to tear their cars up to all the pieces?
In Music City. We still got another one coming here, Wesley.
That's right. So are they going to have the Northwest High Five salute, or are they going to actually play nice and, you know, let them celebrate?
After that race, I don't know if anyone's playing nice, as Denny burns it down for the second time this season.
Burning it down, burning it down. Look at the rest of them burning it down. Casey Garber in 96.
Finish.
Huffines, Briar Reynolds, all of them are celebrating. All right, let's take a look at the results real quickly from race 1. Brock Denny is the winner. Kenneth Garber second. Huffines third. Anderson, Reynolds, Daggett, Allison, Garber, Matthews doing the top 10.
Well, that was quick. Moving over to the 11th through 20th, Dana Rogers, Curtis Critchley, David Cannon, Dan Lowther, Kyle Lahr, Ryan Bloom, Nate Garski, Angel Ortega, Clifford the Big Red Dog, Toby Rivers, and Big Bird Eric Cheney.
And he was leading most of the way until he decided, you know, I believe I can fly. Chris Caberi, Marcus Smith, Terry Ackerman, Tyler Kim, Bart Hector Jr., your top 25 will reset. We will go again. We take a break. We're to the small track at Nashville. Next with the Northwest Pro Late Model Series. Stay tuned right here on your home for sim racing. Well, it was a very eventful event. Welcome back to our coverage of the Northwest Pro Late Model Series here tonight from, of course, the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, Super Speedway, 5/8 mile race in the books. We'll talk to the man who's got his second win of the season, Brock Denny, in just a moment. But first, we'll grab a word with the top three as we have not just one, but two Finish Line post-race wrap-up shows. Remember, Finish Line will be returning to Fox Sports Radio affiliates across the Carolinas, iHeartRadio, and, of course, the Community Radio Network sometime in the end of January. We'll have more details very soon. Right now, just not officially got everything signed for the next year. But anyhow, third place, Yakima, Washington. Dilly, riding dirty. Dylan Huffines. Dylan, your take a wild race here on the big track at Nashville. Now you're going small short track racing, but man, this was a lot like a short track race. Your thoughts of being on the podium in third?
Definitely happy with the finish, especially starting from where I started, but just got to get focused on the next one, I guess. Can't dwell on this one too much, you know.
Dylan, you were making your way through the field slowly but surely, and then late in the going, you find yourself with a chance to take the podium, and you got it at the very end on a nice move. Trying to hold off Garber for a second, but man, back up there at the front. That had to feel good.
Yeah, definitely. I was happy to be able to get up front and run as well as I did. Once Ken got to me, I kind of told him just to go by. I didn't want to be racing too hard and lose the spot that I had before. Wanted to make sure I got that podium for tonight. But we were all three pretty much on the same strategy, me, Ken, and Brock. And I think it worked out for us pretty good tonight.
So my question is here, Dylan, what type of race do you think we're going to see in the second 75 lapper on a track a lot smaller as well?
Yeah, I'm not too sure, really. This is the first time I think we've ever ran this car here. I mean, we'll see when it gets going, but it should be a lot more close racing. The field should be pretty packed together the whole time, I think, and I think we might see a couple more cautions also.
All right, man. Thank your sponsors. Good run tonight on the podium. We'll see what you do in race 2 next.
Thank you. I want to thank Vincent Enterprises, Haley Manufacturing, Can Do Trucking, and that's about it.
All right, there is Dylan Huffines on the number 7, Yakima, Washington native. He will finish in race 1 at Nashville, the big track here for third. Second spot, going to go to Casey Garber, winner last week, mind you. Casey Garber, you'll settle for second here in race number 1. And your take of this wild race. It was very eventful. Your car gave us some pretty exciting moments as well.
Oh, yeah, it was pretty exciting. Snowplow engaged out there, you know.
Snowplow?
Had to kind of shuffle my way to the front there. I got into a couple people, but it's hard racing. They squeeze you down on the outside. I mean, what do you expect's going to happen? You know, they're going to push up a tiny bit on the bottom. You got to give them a little bit of room. I mean, I apologize, got into Kyle there, and I'm not sure what happened to Critchley. I seen him spinning behind me, but I'm not sure if I'd caused any of that. But, I mean, it was just tough racing there.
Hey, Ken, let's talk about that last restart because you were sitting there in the 4th spot, and then all of a sudden, a power move to get past Anderson, and then dive bomb to the inside of Dilly to get second. Man, tell us about that last restart and walk us through that green-white checkered.
Yeah, Caden messaged me and said he squeezed me in the wall and said he'd give me the spot. So that's how I muscled by him. But no, it was all good. I was just expecting to get third, and then all of a sudden I had a huge run down the backstretch, and Dylan kind of let me go too. But yeah, no, it was a good finish. This is probably going to be a crash fest, but we'll see.
Well, you took my last question away there. So snowplow your way from a big track to the short track, buddy. We'll thank you and thank your sponsor real quick. By the way, we got 2 minutes until you guys grid for the next one.
Garber's Garage and Coors Light.
All right. Well, don't be drinking that while you're snow plowing through the field. Casey Garber, he'll finish in the number 2 spot. Victory lane we go. He won at Kinley at my home track at Southern National, and he wins here again here tonight. Brock Denny, congrats to you, buddy.
Thank you. It was a good race. Started 8th, I think. Ken gave us a good setup. Yeah, it's good.
Broccoli, man, a great race, making your way through the field. Talk about the second half of that race once you had to go on defense.
I mean, honestly, once I got to the lead, I was kind of just cruising. Like I said, Ken worked Ken put a lot of time into the setup, and lucky enough to have it from him. And yeah, I was just able to cruise. He told me how to drive it. I mean, I can do that.
Final question, segue, throw your sponsors in as well, as we've got short time. Can we see you repeat here in race 2 on the short track coming up next?
I don't know. I don't think anybody knows what to expect during this race. It's already a mess in practice, and yeah, it's gonna be fun, I guess. I think we got less cars. Yeah, I think my sponsor is Fruity Pebbles tonight, so got to thank them. Gonna have to go get a nice bowl later.
Yeah, for sure, buddy. They're great. Congratulations to you. Again, Brock Denny getting the win, second win this year. And by the way, we're going short track racing. Okay, yeah, we were 5/8 mile. We were technically short track racing at the big track. But now we're really going to a short track, the quarter mile of Nashville. When we return, that has been the finish line post-race wrap-up for race 1. Race 2, qualifications, heat races, Concy, 75 laps next when we return. And we welcome you back after a quick little musical roaring interlude of cars. There you see them on the speedway. We have moved from the big 5/8 mile to the small track. Oh my goodness, Greg, and it looks like they're reckoning the funny papers already as the Days of Thunder, number 12 of Briar Reynolds is turned around in 3.
I told you, this is like a Bowman Gray type race, and this is going to be interesting for 75 laps. I can't wait to watch this gong show. I'm going to be honest, this is going to be a gong show. We saw what happened the first time, and you see cars upside down, flying. This is going to be great. I'm excited.
Upside down, oh, you turned me. All right, never mind. I was just kind of thinking of a car upside down, and that song pops in my head. Thanks, Mark Abernathy. It's one of my announcing friends always plays those songs when a car gets airborne. But anyhow, I digress. Welcome back to Nashville. NASCAR to Nashville. It's happening in 2023. If everything comes to fruition as they're saying, which it sounds like it is. This is the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, and we're ready to go on this open setup for these drivers of the Northwest Pro Late Model Series. There's Caden Anderson. He came so close. What's that old cliche? Close but no cigar. As we get ready to go down with qualifying. Chris Camary on the speedway. There's the Napa Know-How. Colors of the number 15 machine. We'll see what he can do in his car. And look at how you negotiate around this racetrack. Oh, yeah, Greg, this is a totally different animal from the small track to the big track here at Nashville.
Gonna be awesome to watch this for 75 laps. I cannot wait, especially after that first race that we saw on the 5/8. With the tempers flaring after the end of that one, this is gonna be awesome. Hey, Cole Raz is in the field for the second race, number 21.
Woohoo!
Caden Anderson in the field as well, but Cole Raz back in the field.
Right now, Caden Anderson at the top of the board. There's Colton Garber in the number 59 machine. Team PFC breaks entry on the clock. Hey, real quickly, let's go on board with one of these drivers as they work their way around the racetrack, and you'll see what it's like to make a lap on this short track off of turn 4. Look at this for Colton Garber as he, look at this, up to speed, quickly on the brake, riding through the corners. On the throttle, back to the back straightaway, up to speed. Got to hit the brakes again, and it's all about the way that you precisely work your way around the racetrack as well. As Casey Garber is now going to turn, Colton Garber, correction. Casey Garber is 3rd. Colton Garber is 11th, just outside the top 10 in that team PFC breaks entry. We await now Terry Ackerman, and here is the Piggly Wiggly car. I love this ride machine here. Sharp-looking race car. You think of short track racing across America, and Greg, that reminds me of the Piggly Wiggly local store sponsor. Just a true grassroots car there with Joshua Beal in the 2.
Hi, Grant. How you doing, buddy? I see that in the chat. Yeah, Josh Beal in the number 2. There's the tool man, Troy Daggett. In the Linford Tools number 9 Chevy Monte Carlo. This is going to be awesome to watch this unfold, Wesley. We just saw 75 laps on the big track. Then they put up the walls and said, let's go on the mini track. This is going to be awesome. I can't wait to watch this.
Benford Tools, named off of the famous hit sitcom show of Home Improvement. And there's the number 9. Oh, he overshot the racetrack. He's going to the big speedway again. Qualifying.
He wants to go
is
racing
about
on the
to
big track
conclude.
again. He had a good run going until that incident happened.
Yeah. Grant Brown says Rents 2024, I guess president. Does that mean president with the Eagle? Are you running for president, Greg?
What? No.
It says Rents 2024 Eagle. Yeah, you are now.
All right, we'll roll with it.
Raz, Anderson, Garber, Denny, and Huffines are the top 5. As looks like qualifying has concluded. We'll take a quick break. We're going to go racing when we return from Nashville in just a moment.
An automobile purchase shouldn't be hard. The hardest part for the consumer in the whole process should be selecting the vehicle. We have the online credit application. We can bring the car to you to see it, to test drive it, to deliver it. We have all the tools in place, and we've had them in place for a long time. I just think now we've perfected it. It's become part of our culture. We've, kind of taken it to the next level. It is easy, and it should be easy, and it should be fun, and it shouldn't take a whole lot of time.
Hey, it's Wesley Outlet on the set of the Bullring on Speed 51 TV, but I also want to remind everybody that you can keep up with coverage of esports with the Northwest Cup and Truck Series, the American iRacing League, S&B Cup Series, and so much more on your home for sim racing, LSRTV. Of course, remember, you can watch it, and then you can listen to it on CRN, the Community Radio Network, at wearecrn.com. Check us out when you can.
Field is gridded. Welcome back to the Music City, Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, and we are getting ready now for the big race of the night on the small track of the facility here. Quarter mile. Somebody said, and I quote Greg Rance, Bowman Gray, as close as you can get on iRacing, is right here. I think I could say that the same sentiments. This is going to be a fun race here, right here, coming up next.
That was my buddy Tyler Orn with that one. And yeah, this is pretty much it. Between this and the Charlotte Legends Oval, the two closest you can get to it. And after what we saw in the first half, we're expecting a Bowman Gray-esque race here. This is the B-main coming up here.
Yes.
Looks like the number 32 of Toby Ritter's on board. Let's take a look at the Team 126 starting lineup. We got Toby Ritter's, Clifford the Big Red Dog, in the number 32 with Troy Daggett alongside in the number 9, the Tool Man with Binford Tools. Briar Reynolds, Cole Trickle, and Josh Beal in the number 2, the Piggly Wiggly car making up row number 2. We'll find row number 3, Alex Duda and Dana Rogers on the grid here tonight. Row number 4, that looks like Nate Garsk behind him there in the 44. It is, with Angel Ortega, who was the pole sitter of that last race on the big track here at Nashville, the 5.8s. Rounding out the top 10 for this one will be Terry Ackerman in the 22 and Curtis Critchley. Keep your eyes on Critchley, the driver, north of the border. Wesley, take us through the rest of the field for this B-main.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be Cameron Iverson and Kyle Matthews tagging the back. Not many cars there, is 12 are in this heat race, or this B-main, if you will. And you got to think it's probably going to be like an 8-lap B-main because we ran a 5-lap B-main or heat race for the big track. So I don't think it'll be a 5-lap sprint. They're going to come to the line. Actually, correction, this is 35 laps. Green flag in the air. This is a big B-main underway for these 12 cars. 35 laps as they work their way to the green. Ritters, this Bud's for you in the classic Budweiser colors. Jumping out in front. Reynolds in second. Daggett third. Single file around. We're short track racing in Nashville off turn number 2.
For reference, the last B-main was 5 laps. This one's 35 laps as Ritters out to the big lead early, but Briar Reynolds there. The Cole Trickle Superflow look. There's Binford Tools on Troy Daggett, number 9. Cameron Iverson already up to 4th, Wesley, after starting tail end of the field, but the caution is out.
Oh, we got a caution. I guess they're counting cautions in this B-main, and that's Garski's car. The 44 machine. That's Nate Garski. We'll find out what happened to him. And this 35-lap B-main goes under caution quickly on the opening laps. Watch this. Oh, my goodness, he goes 3 wide. You can't do that. Oh, Iverson Rogers cut him off. Garski got turned. Nowhere to go. Yep. Greg, that's just short track racing.
That's short track racing at its finest right there, my friend. As we see Toby Ritters in the number 32. You know, the Ritters family usually watches us when he races in the Northwest Cup Series. Haven't seen them in the chat. Are they watching out here tonight? If so, let us know. And let us know where you're watching from.
Exactly. Ritters is the man out in front. Briar Reynolds is in second. Ritters Reynolds. Daggett third. This is a 35-lap shootout. Caution laps are counting for this, so they'll get them cleaned up real quick and try to get back going again, but we're still going to be under the yellow flag.
So we see a question in the chat from Jason Stewart. He's asking two B-mains. What we were talking about, the other B-main that we were referring to was the first event of the night. This is Twin 75's. We did 75 laps on the big track earlier tonight, the 5/8 mile. This is the second race of it here on the Mini. So this is the B-main for the Mini. The B-main that we were referring to was the earlier B-main for the big track on the 5/8. That's why we said two B-mains.
Well, the lights are off for the pace car. We'll try this again now. So, pace car will be coming onto the pit lane. Ritters and Reynolds on the front row. As they come back to the restart zone, not wasting no time. They're quickly on the gas. Green flag. Ritters under attack with a gaggle of cars behind him. 3 wide for the lead. Daggett sideways. He falls back to 4th. Iverson clears him. He's after Ritters on a turn 4.
Look at the donut that was left on the side of Briar Reynolds in the number 12 as Cameron Iverson shotgun on the field in the number 87 up to 2nd now, trying to pick his way through the field. Missed that first race. We have a lot more drivers in this one than we did that first one on the big track. And around goes Briar Reynolds, and there may have been contact as the caution comes out.
The leader spins. Briar Reynolds gets turned. Iverson and Daggett were around him, and the caution is out. We'll have to find out what happened here. Number 12 out in front. Iverson, was he a little aggressive, Greg? Down on the inside of turn 1. Yes, I think he was. Yes, he was. Look at that. Oh, maybe not aggressive. I take that back. But he was kind of being a little rough, if you ask me, on lap 12 of 35.
Taking a look at it here. I believe this is the lap before, the pass for 2nd. We take a look at the LSRTV aerial cam. You see Iverson getting a run there into turn number 3. Daggett on the inside of Ritters. Now watch here as they come down the front stretch. You'll see Iverson go in, and yeah, he was just trying to get the move there.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, Reynolds and him made contact, and Breyer, the big loser there.
And if you want to be honest here, Iverson was going after Reynolds' spot. Reynolds was not backing away, and then there's contact made and around with the 12. So, call it rough driving. Yes, it was rough, but it was short track racing. That is basically the end result of racetracks across America like that. And we're not done yet.
We're
Lights
not
are
done
off
yet
on the pace
either,
car.
because after this, we got 75 laps to go, and there are some scores to be settled as Daggett has to slam on the brakes, and Duda runs into the back of him on the restart. And this is just the B-main. Just wait till we turn them all loose for 75 laps here in this main event, as Duda gets shuffled all the way back to 5th now after starting in 4th. Gets passed by Reynolds here. Actually, no, I take that back. That's Dana Rogers in the 13. That's Duda right there in the 24, up in the 4th spot with a lot of nose damage. The good news is, Wesley, like we saw in the other race, these guys get a fresh car for that A main event if they transfer in.
Yeah, something to Daggett's car, man, on the outside lane. Either he missed the gear, just didn't fire, didn't go, or maybe, like you said, he was maybe going to go a little too quickly and he had to be on the binders to avoid getting a penalty. And that Benford Tools Chevrolet is right now Iverson. Controversial, if you will, got involved in an incident involving Garski at the beginning of, and Reynolds at the beginning of this B-main. And then he got into it with the 12 of Reynolds. Bill Garski, some of the names that he's kind of had some run-ins with, but nonetheless, he's out in front right now in that number 87 Ford.
Trying to lead the way. Remember, he started shotgun on the field, and here he is leading the way. 15 laps to go. See the field single file just trying to click laps away. The C open. Or excuse me. Got sidetracked there. But see Breyer Reynolds in the number 20, or the number 12, trying to track down the 24.
And close it in on 13 laps to go this time by. Iverson leading the way, Daggett second. And there you see Ritters, who at one point was up in front. Duda in the 24, Diddy down to the outside. Here comes Roads of Thunder number 12 with a donut on the side of his car. Breyer Reynolds trying to get around Duda for that spot. That is for 4th position as they come to the line. And 11 to go, closing on the final 10 in this B-main. Iverson in his own world out in front. Looked like he was about to overshot the corner there. Hey, by the way, happy birthday to Max Cannon. Oh, never mind. Our secretary got us in trouble, Greg.
Secretary? What'd they do?
Aunt Kathy said she's our secretary.
Aw.
Anyhow, laps are winding down. We're under 10 remaining. Iverson, the leader. Daggett is in second. You're riding on board with the 9 right now. There is 3rd of Ritters. Greg, you think Reynolds can get around him? Laps coming to a close in this B-main.
We'll see. Laps clicking away in a hurry, and on a track like this, they're going to click away very, very quickly. Only a quarter of a mile here at the distance. You see Reynolds putting pressure on Ritters. That's for 3rd spot right now. It's a big gap. He's going to have to really chip away. I think if this thing stays green, Iverson's got it, and they're just fine-tuning and getting ready for that main event.
Yeah, those laps winding down as here they come back to turn number 1 and 2. There is Ritters and Reynolds going at it for 3rd spot. Every spot gained on the racetrack, every Every position earned is a better spot into the event. For your starting position, for the feature, 75 laps, a short track rock'em sock'em virtual robot explosion coming up next as you've got Ritters and Reynolds continuing to go at it with 3 to go to the inside. Reynolds after him one more time, Greg. He can't get there off of turn 4.
This is the battle for third as they get 2 laps to go.
Ackerman up the racetrack.
Iverson, though, takes the white flag.
CRN 1 to go. College basketball, high school basketball the rest of the week at wearecrn.com. And for the final time, Iverson, controversial or not, getting into Garski, getting into Reynolds, getting into Ritters, will still come to the line and win the B-main. Iverson gets it done in 87. What a job he put on. Wow. Here's your results of those B-mains action, 35 laps. It was Iverson, 4.8 seconds back to Troy Daggett. Man, Cameron Iverson got back in front. He pulled back, never looked back. Daggett second, Reynolds third, Ritters, Duda, Rogers, Ackerman, Garski, Beal, Ortega. The rundown to the top 10, Greg.
Believe that's going to be it. Nope, a couple other drivers didn't start. Curtis Critchley and Kyle Matthews round out this 12-car field. We're on to the A-main, Wesley, and you see a full field of late models getting ready to click laps away. This is going to be fun.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. You took the words right out of my mouth. You see the cars already crashing. Lar and others already having calamity. Sit back, strap in, hold on tight, another break, and when we return, we take you to 75 laps of virtual short track iRacing excitement that only your home for sim racing can provide with the Northwest Pro Late Model. Stick around.
An automobile purchase shouldn't be hard. The hardest part for the consumer in the whole process should be selecting the vehicle. We have the online credit application. We can bring the car to you to see it, to test drive it, to deliver it. We have all the tools in place, and we've had them in place for a long time. I just think now we've perfected it. It's become part of our culture. We've, kind of taken it to the next level. It is easy, and it should be easy, and it should be fun, and it shouldn't take a whole lot of time.
Hey, it's Wesley Outlet on the set of the Bullring on Speed 51 TV, but I also want to remind everybody that you can keep up with coverage of esports with the Northwest Cup and Truck Series, the American iRacing League, S&B Cup Series, and so much more on your home for sim racing, LSRTV. Of course, remember, you can watch it, and then you can listen to it on CRN, the community radio network, at wearecrn.com. Check us out when you can.
You know, Greg, I have a feeling that our producer literally just practices that script that I done in the mirror. He knows it by heart. You do? Yeah.
I'm not going to comment.
Oh, I have the same sentiments. Welcome back, Greg Rentz. I'm Wesley Outlet alongside. We've got LSRTV Rocket Media in the house. Thanks to Jeff Stabnow, Charles Wooten, and we are rocking and rolling here at the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. As there's the weather conditions. 67 degrees. It was 69 in the big track, 70. It's partly cloudy. It was clear earlier, partly cloudy now. But, the hug wash should be a good race here. 5 mile per hour winds. It's short track racing, Greg. It doesn't matter what the temperature is, what the wind speed is. They're running on a small track. We're going to see bumpers used, fenders torn up, sheet metal damaged, beaten, battered, banged, and bruised. This is going to be a good one right here.
I'm excited for this one to see how it goes out, especially after the tempers that we saw near the end of the first race. As Iverson getting a little slide there. So this is going to be interesting to watch how the first race comes out. And we got some contact back there on the backstretch. Didn't see who that was, but I'm expecting a lot of that here in the 75-lap main event. Now, here's the question, Wesley. Yeah, 75 laps on a quarter mile and on paper shouldn't take as long as 75 laps on a 5.8, but I wonder how this race is going to go.
Green, caution, green, caution. Hey, by the way, looking to get into producing or announcing? Message us at on Facebook or at livesimracing.com. Yeah, we'll take care of you. livesimracing.com. Proud to be your home for sim racing. Yes. Been around a long time. Ever since iRacing came around, they've been around. I mean, it's been around since, I think, 2009 or 10, 2012. 2012. So, hey, we're going on a decade. You should come up with a logo, Charles. A decade of sim iRacing with LSRTV. Our 10th anniversary. 10th anniversary. It's time for that Team 126 Racing starting lineup. It's go time. While they work on the decade logo, let's give you the lineup here tonight. Kyle Lara on the pole. Remember, he crashed on the big race early. He's on the pole in the 41 on the invert. Happy birthday, David Cannon in the iRacing 19 Machine Chevrolet. Oh, wrong person. Never mind. Hashtag fake news.
Max Cannon driving the number 19 for his dad, celebrating his birthday.
Okay, so Max Cannon is in that car. Okay. All right. So Max Cannon is in David Cannon's car. We got that rectified now. Eric Cheney, Big Bird. He's plucked his feathers. He's reset from the big track to the small track. He's ready to go. He'll start third. Tyler Kim to the outside, row number 2. Row 3, real quickly. Chris Camary, Ryan Bloom, row 4. We're going to find row 4. Dan Lowther in 63, Dylan Huffines in the 7, row number 5. You're going to find the drivers of Brock Denny, winner of the last race, Kenneth Garber in 10th, row number 6. Caden Anderson, Cole Rash, top 12. As you get the rest of the lineup from Greg.
Andrew Lemke, teammates of Cameron Iverson there in the number 5, alongside Colton Garber, the cousin of Casey Garber, starting 2 rows ahead of him. There's Cameron Iverson, the winner of the B-main, with Troy Daggett alongside in the number 9, the Vintford Tools entry. We're going to have to go rapid fire here. Toby Riggers and Briar Reynolds right there in row number 9. Being set to go Alex Duda and Dana Rogers, row number 10. And that's it. 20 cars ready to set the grid here. And we're Green Flag Racing at Nashville Mini.
Short track racing at the Music City, from the Big House to the Bullring. And it's a short track Saturday night 75-lap slugfest. And quickly, Cheney going to the lead. 1 car sideways. Birthday boy Max Cannon in Daddy's car falling back. And we're underway. Lap number 1. Give it to Cheney and more. Oh, well, okay. It's Max Cannon's birthday. His daddy is driving the car, is what we've been told. But anyhow, happy birthday to you, Max.
We misread that. Oh, caution.
Caution's out. Yellow flag.
Briar Reynolds in the number 12. Hit Colton Garber in the 59. A couple Garber's garage entries.
Team PFC brakes entry. And we're under caution. Here's your replay. Hey, is that Duda? Dua Diddy? Oh, the winner, Brock Denny. Oh, aggressiveness. Oh, my goodness. Around goes Garber. Can you say road rage?
Sure. Road rage.
So, under yellow flag, Elite Racing Engines number 76, a Big Bird, back out in front. Greg, what has Eric got to do differently besides hitting the wall and flying through the air in this race than the last one?
Besides hitting the wall, just got to hit his marks and make sure that he can keep his nose clean. So we'll see how it goes here on this restart as the iRacing Zan is going to pull to the inside and the green flag falls.
Back to green again. Cheney on the inside, Anderson second, Kamari is there, Lemke on the bottom. And those cars battle. Anderson inside, Lemke there as well. Kamari down to the outside lane. Lowther will follow. Short track racing, lap 8 of 75. Underway here.
Huffines to the inside, trying to bring Casey Garber with him. Second and third in that race. Last time, as Kamari's in the wall, trying to back down from Garber. There's Cole Raz up there as well, number 21. And follow Cameron Iverson through his Kamari, stuck on the outside with Dan Lowther. Lowther falls in behind Raz, and Iverson's in the wall. Spins down in front, collects Raz, and we've got a Donnybrook here into turn number 1.
Oh, trouble. We knew that was going to happen. My, oh my, man. Well, we'll reset. Watch this one more time. Iverson and Kamari a little aggressive. And there goes Iverson, turned around. He turned some more cars around. And guess what? More cars turned around in front of him. Cole Raz, man. Razzle dazzle. That was surprising, Greg, to have happen so quickly.
Lap number 12, Cheney leads over Caden Anderson in the 137. Andrew Lemke in third. Cheney trying to get some redemption after the first race where he was leading for most of the first half and then caught the wall all by himself.
Got one of our colleagues from Freaky Fast Broadcasting joining us for this event. As the lights are off on the pace car, we'll re-rack them, restack them, and we will try this again. It's the field to work their way off of turn number 4. Green flag, back out. Cheney on the inside of Anderson. They down into the corner. Here we go again with the Yakima family. The Yakima brothers, and we got a caution again. Huff finds an Anderson for second and third. Shades of the big track accident and trouble the 13 around of Dana Rogers. Well, Greg, that didn't last for long.
Taking a look at what happened here. Oh, big hit there. That Cannon in the 19. Yes, it is. Duda in the 13. Reynolds in the 12. And the no good, very bad night continues for Cole Trickle.
Robert Moyer Jr., Freaky Fast Broadcasting, checking us out. Thanks, buddy. All right, so we're lap 17 of 75. 2 cautions so far. I'll be honest with you, Greg. I thought there was going to be a yellow flag calamity, more caution laps, but honestly, we've ran more green flag laps than caution laps. This has actually been pretty entertaining, going by quite quickly than I thought.
It's still early, Wesley. We're only on lap 18 of 75. Anderson has the lead now over Cheney. Huffines back up after finishing in the 3rd spot. Been a interesting race so far. Cheney led most of the first half of the first race. Huffines was able to find his way up to the front. How about Andrew Lemke in 4th and Dan Lowther in 5th. Going to be a restart here at about lap 21 when we go back green.
Yeah, we're just about to be 1/3 of the way through, a quarter distance of this race, 25 laps. Believe we got the main Sim Racing Series tomorrow night. Samuel Dyer, and they're off.
They're off, apparently, according to our producer. LTAC tomorrow. Green flag in the air.
There you go. Nolan Rimple bringing back his series. Done a couple of those races this year, or last year. Very fun. LTAC. As Anderson winds up the hammer, pulls him out for turn 4. Back to the lead. Gets around Cheney. Cheney doesn't go flying like a bird this time. He'll settle for second. And the Yakima natives are first and third between Cheney as they work off turn 4.
Cheney from Post Falls, Idaho, breaking up the 2 Yakima drivers as we go on board with race leader Caden Anderson as Cheney catches a little bit of a bump. Excuse me, we're on board with Cheney. That was Huffines that caught the curb a little bit there. Casey Garber's gotten around the number 63 of Lowther, so move Ken Garber up into the top 5 as we look back at Dylan Huffines. And hey, hello to some family watching from Ephrata. All 3 of the Lutz kids are watching. Hi, McKenna, Hudson, and Braylon. As we're under green here, lap 24 of 75, going to be 1/3 of the way this time.
And Big Bird just got shown the bumper. Door bumper clear. Get out of my way. Trying to go after him again was Huffines in the 7. Riding dirty in the back of the spoiler of that car. As Cheney is also overtaking lap traffic, the B-main winner. Iverson, driver right to the inside. He'll clear him. Here comes Huffines, looking for the lead. Boxed in by Iverson, lap car. Also coming is Garber. They go to turn 1 and 2.
Here comes Garber trying to make his way past Iverson. Lowther trying to follow him. Lemke from the Washington coast. Lowther calls Boise, Idaho home as we take a look at the battle deep in the field. Tyler Kim didn't really have a chance to show what he had in the first race because he got caught up in that wreck early on in this one. Number 24 of Duda right there. Behind him, Cole Raz trying to make his way through the field. Meanwhile, Brock Denny already up to 8th after having to start shotgun on the field. There it is. Bam Bam, Brock Denny. Pretty Pebbles entry trying to track down Ryan Bloom. Bloom won the ARCA championship, right? I know he was in the top 4. Did he wind up winning it?
Ryan Bloom was the 2021 ARCA Northwest champion. Yes, sir, for season 1.
That's what I thought.
Yep.
That's what I thought. Hey, Garber has gotten up around Cheney and is trying to track down Huffines for that second spot now as they try to reel in Caden Anderson, who's clicking laps away here. And the caution is out. This is going to help out Huffines and Garber, who were able to both get past Anderson late in the last one. Caution's out for the 3rd time today. Oh, no, it was a Cheney again. Oh, no, Eric Cheney again.
Well, Big Bird.
No, what happened to Big Bird?
Somebody plucked his feathers again for the 2nd time.
Did he do it to himself?
Man, he can't get a break.
Oh, it was his teammate, Dan Lowther. Oh, boy. Trouble in paradise there.
His teammate did it to him? Are you serious? All right, we got Aunt Kathy getting the story on pit road for us. She got closing in on halfway, and they have re-racked them and restacked them again. Man, oh man, why can't we be friends? Caden Anderson out in front. Yakima, Washington native. He leads the way. They are friends. That's right, Charles. They are friends.
Yakima, Washington, top 2 right now. Anderson and Huffines. You got Garber in the number 96, and then we got to restack the field as Andrew Lemke's there in 4th. Good run for Lemke in that number 5. Colton Garber, I believe, is a lap down, so we'll have to see what the current rundown is as we go or get set to go back to green. Looks like Dan Lowther is going to be up there in 5th. Brock Denny 6th. As the lights go out on the iRacing sedan, so back 'em, stack 'em.
We're going to re-rack them, restack them, try again. Short track racing. And Caden Anderson, Dylan Huffines up in the front spot from Yakima, Washington, as Greg and I reiterated on. And then you got Garber up there. Got a good spot for him. Along with Andrew Lemke, not tore up this time. Dan Lowther also closing in on halfway next time around. Green flag in the air, short track Saturday night on a Tuesday with the Northwest iRacing Pro Late Model Series as they roar to speed back to 3.
Garber was able to get past Huffines as Dan Lowther begins to put pressure on Andrew Lemke. Remember, Lowther won a big Pro Late Model race on LSRTV last year, won that Snowflake 100 at 5 Flags. So you look at Dylan Huffines up in 3rd. Huffines a big winner at Hermiston earlier this year as Brock Denny putting pressure on Lowther. They made contact. Nice save by Dan Lowther's boom gets a little loose off the turn number 4. He may have had some help from Kim and gets up in the Raz. Duda there on the outside.
3 wide.
Mary
3 wide.
back there. 3 wide. I don't think that's going to work. One of them has to back out. Mary does, and around goes Cole Raz in the number 27. No, he saved it. Oh, I don't know how he saved it, but he did.
How in the world did he save that car? Razzle dazzle. Uses Toby Ritters as a pick almost of that 27 machine. And we stay green. My. Raz with a save on that car.
And Lowther. Contact between Lemke and Lowther as well as you look at Brock Denny, who won that first race on the big track. Now trying to reel in the top 3 and see if he can get back on the podium and maybe contend for a win here with 32 laps to go. And track down Anderson, Garber, and Huffines. One car on the wall. I believe that was Tyler Kim in the 38 that caught the wall. You see a lot of damage on Lowther, and this is what we were expecting. We were expecting to see a lot of bent fenders and flaring tempers here at this racetrack.
Hey, and Greg, Aunt Kathy give us an update on pit road, and she says, and I quote, the story off pit road is that Big Bird Eric Cheney is currently looking for Oscar the Grouch's trash can to borrow to finish this race. Oh, my.
Hey, battle for the lead, speaking of. AC Garber, Caden Anderson getting it after it here. 137.96. Garber and Anderson. Garber a winner earlier this year, trying to get his second of the year. Anderson yet to visit victory lane in this series. They're coming up on lap traffic. First up, Casey Garber's cousin Colton in that 59. He's going to move out of the way and let them go by.
Here's a quick statistic, Greg. Top 5, you've got 2nd, 3rd, and 4th from the top 3 in race number 1. Right there. The only difference, Caden Anderson up in front, the 137 car, as he battles now, trying to get around lap traffic.
And Brock Denny in the 64 up in 4th, the winner of that first race on the big track. There's Bam Bam.
Bam Bam! Bam Bam, Bam Bam! Pebbles car. They're magically delicious. I'm sorry, that's Lucky Charms.
First race you did Frosted Flakes. Now you're doing Lucky Charms.
I know. I love
this one.
Cereal. I love all cereal. Ritter's up the track in the 32 car. No, they're not going to sue you, Charles.
If they do, you're paying for the legal fees, Wesley. There's Duda and Kamari in the number 15 and 24. Mary gets in the Briar.
Duda, Kamari,
around he
goes around.
Caution. Anderson's caught up in it. The race leader caught up.
Is that the leader? That's the leader.
That is the leader, Caden Anderson, but the caution was already out. The caution was already out. We will wait to see what iRacing does. But that was the leader,
He was
Caden Anderson,
involved!
getting the piece.
He was involved in it. What do you mean? Here's the
There's the
replay.
contact between Kamari and Reynolds. There's Ritters in the 32, and then watch as Anderson gets collected. All right, let's take another look at it. This is the lap before, off of turn number 2.
Yeah, let's watch this again. Extended replay. Look at this. Kamari into Reynolds. Reynolds T-bones the field. And then look at the
And then
leader.
right there, Anderson gets a piece.
My. And is that? Oh, wow. Oh, well. We'll settle this one here.
Garber now inherits the lead, it looks like, with 20 to go. And the top 3 are suddenly the same top 3 drivers. We will wait
Caden
to
Anderson
see.
is in 4th officially. They're not going to put him in the lead. Caden Anderson involved in the wreck. He rolled away in 4th, Greg.
He is not going to be happy behind the wheel of that 137 because now he has to try to get back around Denny, Huffines, and Garber.
You got to wonder how much damage is on that car as well.
Take a look at the 137. I don't see a whole lot of damage. I'm worried about the left front on the 137 of Anderson. A little bit.
We'll find out right
Those are
now. A
sprinkles.
little bit of damage. Little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit of cosmetic damage, as they say. A little bit of cosmetic damage. Greg, what we got? 4 rounds left after tonight. Where we're going to next week, buddy?
I was hoping you could tell me. I've been out of the loop for a couple weeks.
I think it's South Boston, I believe.
Ooh, I like
think
that
it's
track.
Sobo.
I do good at that track. I've won a
We're
few
back
races
underway.
there.
I think it's Sobo. I believe we're back underway.
Anderson already trying to get back onto the podium.
Yeah,
and
here comes
get one
Denny.
from Huffines. He's going to try to get the 3rd spot.
Up to 2nd. Danny, winner of the big track. Now going after Garber. Race number 2. Casey Garber also in the podium. So was also Huffines. He's in 4th. Anderson back to 3rd. Clears his Yakima native.
So Anderson
15
and
to go
Denny
here
now
in
2nd
Nashville.
and 3rd. Oh, wow, they're breaking loose. 15 laps to go. Garber trying to hold on from Brock Denny, but Caden Anderson's trying to reel them in. We saw how fast that 137 was earlier. You look at his teammate Cole Raz in the 27.
Raz after Daggett. Daggett has Raz behind him. Raz has Lowther behind him. Bloom is back in the battle. So is Kamari. Damage, beaten, bang, bruised up, still in it.
Ooh, Denny with a
12
little bit of a
laps to
bump
go.
on Garber. Denny wants this sweep, and he wants to try to get past Garber. They're trying to pull away also from Caden Anderson in the 137.
Garber, Cheney, 1 and 2. Back straightaway, turn 3. Can Pebbles,
Oh,
Bam
no
Bam
way.
sweep the race weekend? He's on the inside here in Nashville, looking for the lead. We're closing in on 10 to go on the Bullring.
He's got to try to get past Garber. Looks like it's going to be settled between the two of them as they're pulling away from Anderson. Oh, a little bit of a bobble there from Brock Denny. So, 9 laps to go now as the 96 of Garber tries to pull away from Brock Denny. Spokane versus Montana here in this one.
Laps trickling away. Here comes down below the apron, Denny's car. Going after Garber. Inside,
Denny
through
sweep.
the yellow line. He drives it in out of turn
Oh, he broke
4. They're
loose.
sideways for the lead.
7
Not
laps to go.
giving
Denny's
in.
got the
Line
nose in
goes to
front.
Denny.
Watch the
He's to the
crossover
lead.
from Garber. Watch the crossover from
Yes,
Garber.
sir.
Can he fight back on the inside? Yes, he will. There it is.
for the lead.
And he tries to hold off, but
Got
then he's
him.
loose off of turn 4. Lap traffic lies ahead. And Anderson a little bit quicker than them right now. But I think he's running out of time if this thing stays green.
And Greg Denny had to do a little shake, rattle, and roll and not aggressively move Garber out of the way, but he had to play his game. He had to wait for that right line to move. He went for it, and honestly, Garber just ran out of time, got loose, and cleared him. 4 laps to go. It's all Brock Denny trying to sweep the weekend, sweep Tuesday night here in Nashville as he works around lap cars of Cookson as they come to 3 to go.
3 to go. Garber trying to size him up. Is Garber just saving it for one last shot at Brock Denny? They're all in communication with each other tonight. They're all working together. 64, 96, 7, and a couple others. As Denny, Fruity Pebbles, looking for win number 3 on the season and back-to-back to sweep the night. As he's opened up a gap on Garber, who may have caught the wall. White flag this time, and Brock Denny smooth sailing from here.
Got Toby Ritters to his outside. CRN 1 to go. One more lap around as Brock Denny will hug the bottom of the racetrack. He'll clear by Garber by a car length, the lap car by 2 car lengths. Off of turn 4. Winner of the big track, winner of the Bullring. Brock Denny eats his cereal, and the Fruity Pebbles machine sweeps the Music City here tonight for iRacing at Nashville in the Northwest Pro Late Models. Garber will finish in 2nd. Yeah, he was in the hunt earlier. He finished in 3rd in race number 1, actually 2nd. And Dylan Huffines will fall back to 4th. Caden Anderson, Greg, will come back and finish 3rd. Heartbreak, though, for Anderson. Had he not got caught up in that accident, do you think we'd be talking to a different winner? Wow.
We may very well have, because Denny was all the way back in 4th when that happened. So Denny would have had to try to pick his way through traffic, but he caught the break there and gets win number 2 on the night, win number 3 on the season. And I'm looking forward to seeing what these guys have to say.
Somebody says call Brock Denny Broccoli, the mayor of Nashville. Here's your unofficial results for tonight's race 2 at Nashville. Brock Denny, he does it again. Over 2nd place man in race 1 again, Kenneth Garber. Caden Anderson, a 1-up Huffines on the podium for 3rd. Huffines 3rd in race 1. Will settle for 4th in race 2. Andrew Lemke 5th, Tyler Kim. Cole Raz, Ryan Bloom, Dan Lowther, Troy Daggett, your top 10 here in the Music City at the Bullring.
Chris Camary in the number 15 in the 11th spot with Toby Ritters, Alex Duda, Colton Garber, Dave Cannon, your top 15. Briar Reynolds in the number 12. Iverson, Cheney, Rogers, Lahr. Looks like rounds out the 20 cars on the grid.
What a race they put on. It was fun. It was exciting. And when it was all said and done, it was the man of Mr. Garber just tried so hard, coming up short at the end, and the victor 2 races in a row now, 3 in their series, goes to the driver, of course, of Brock Denny. Broccoli, as we like to call him as well. Coming up, the finish line, post-race wrap-up. We will grab a word with the top 3 as they are in the green room. They're getting ready to go, and we will wrap it up from Nashville in just a moment. Welcome back. It's time for the Finish Line post-race wrap-up. By the way, Finish Line will be coming back to the airwaves in a couple of weeks on Fox Sports Radio, the Community Radio Network, and, of course, on iHeartRadio Sports. Just kind of still tweaking some things, working on some ideas, possibly some new times on format. And honestly, I've got a lot going on with basketball, college and high school. So give me a couple more weeks. We'll get everything reset. And, of course, we're looking forward to it coming back in 2022, Finish Line. But with that being said, we're grabbing a word with the top three. Understanding there's already some words in the iRacing communication chat between the winner and third place. We'll see what they got to say on the subject. First off, we'll grab Brock Denny again in just a moment, winner of sweeping the big track and the bullring here at Nashville. But Caden Anderson, you will settle for third. I said this. You had such a strong car. You had pulled away from Eric Cheney after he had his problems, and got caught up in an accident, not of your doing, but you were involved in it. Had you not had that misfortune, do you think we would be talking to you in victory lane? And are you happy with third place?
Yeah, I think, I think if those guys didn't wreck in front of me, I think it would have been a different situation. People would have restarted different places, and it just wouldn't have worked out for other people. But, it's racing, shit's gonna happen, so that's all right.
Caden, it was a good weekend for you overall here. 2 top 5s. You always seem to do good here at Nashville, whether it was the Super Lates or here in the Pro Lates. What is it about this track that really seems to fit your driving style?
Honestly, I don't know. I made 0 practice laps before tonight, so I guess it just works in my favor how these tracks are.
Caden, why is there frustration between you and the winner, Brocky?
Well, he's just a child. That's all. He's just a child, and he can't win without respect. So I don't know. I'll let him be, and I guess he gets it tonight. But I'll be there the rest of the season, and I'm damn sure not gonna let it happen again.
Do you feel like he got in your way of sending you the race? Do you think he's to blame, or is there something that we're missing that happened between you two?
No, I think it's just him being a child, and then at the end there when I got involved in an accident with people that are,
Caden's mad because he sits
off.
at home for 10 hours a day.
Again,
and he can't.
All right,
He's a child. He can't sit there and let somebody else talk. It's okay.
I got you. We'll bring Brock back in here. Brock, you got to wait your turn. So just wait your turn, and we let everybody have their say. So we don't need anybody talking on top of one another. But, Caden, I did want to get your thoughts on the subject. Man, before I do let you go, thank your sponsors and a top 3 podium. So
I got nobody to thank, just myself, I guess.
All right, and we'll hear from the thoughts of Brock Denny here in just a few moments. By the way, our producer did kind of give them some virtual audio separation to let the words be said between them. And Brock Denny, I promise you'll have your chance to say your piece as well. And if Caden cuts you off like you did, he'll be moved as well. He finishes in third. Caden Anderson, second spot going to Casey Garber. Casey Garber, second in race number 1, second here in race number 2. Casey, are you happy? Are you the monkey in the middle, just kind of happy being in second place, or are you a little frustrated with the way things went here at the bullring?
Yeah, I left my snowplow down from the last race, and I lost my front tires there. It got a little tight on me, and I don't know. Somehow Brock reeled me in. Don't know how he did it, but oh well. I'll take a second. Thought it was going to be a bigger crash fest than it was.
Yeah, Casey, talk a little bit about how that race progressed, because, hey, we were in the same boat as you. We thought this race was going to be quite more interesting, but overall, this was not as interesting a race as we thought it was going to be. A lot of green flag racing, clicking laps away.
Yeah, it was mainly just giving each other room, and coming off, you could make a pass if you got a run, but if you're up too close on someone, you're going to run in the back of them, so it was pretty good all in all, though.
Well, Casey, the car is in one piece, from the big track, from the short track, and obviously, man, it's got to be good to finish in a good spot for 2 races in a row on the podium, and good points races for you as well.
There's points in this?
I don't know, maybe not. I don't know.
I'm not worried about points. This is all for fun right now. We worry about points in the last race. If you're there, you're there.
I think there's point standings, but don't quote me on that. So, Save me, Casey Garber. Get out of here, buddy. Thank your sponsors in the snowplow rides again.
Thank you to Garber's Garage, Coors Light, and thanks to you guys for putting this on.
All right, brother. That's, again, Casey Garber, second in the big race, second in race number 2. And by the way, he won last week as well. Were we at Iowa last week, Casey? Wasn't it Iowa?
I don't remember.
Exactly. It's like me. My mind is blank. I can't remember. Let me know.
No, we were at Richmond, or we were at Phoenix last week.
Phoenix. That's right. It was Phoenix. Okay. Well, Phoenix and Iowa are very close together, so a little bit in size. But yes, where are we at next week? Ain't next week South Boston? I think it's Sobo, ain't it?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Okay, well, Big Bird, if you're here, let us know. So there you go. Casey Garber will finish in the spot there. They constantly change, by the way, the track. So Casey Garber, again, second in the Bullring, second to the big track. Victory lane we go. All right, let's get the formalities out of the way before we talk about the controversy between Caden Anderson and you, Brock Denny. Brock, congratulations. You sweep Nashville. Obviously, somebody says, let's call you the mayor of Nashville. Your take on this race win and sweeping the night.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly don't know how I came from the back, but a lot of fun, action the whole time, and yeah, I don't know how I had enough at the end to get by Ken. Like he said, his snowplow was still out, so made it pretty easy for me.
Brock, let's talk about that battle with Garber there at the very end. The restart sets you up. You get past Huffines early, and then you get to just try to chip away at Garber. In the final 10 laps, you guys were side by side, finally clearing Garber, and then picking off lap traffic. Were you at all worried that lap traffic was going to play a factor in that, or did you kind of just focus on what was only going on out your windshield and try to ignore the 96 behind you?
I was just focused on what's going out front. I wasn't too worried about the lap traffic. Either they're going to stay low or stay high, I guess, and yeah, they all held their line.
Brock Denny, what is the reason of the frustration between you and Caden Anderson? Does it have something to do with you coming from the back, trying to get to the front? As me and Greg said it, our producers, we're trying to follow so much action on the racetrack. Did we miss something that Anderson done to you that we didn't catch, or vice versa? Did you do something to him?
I don't know what you guys are talking about. I don't remember anything.
Well, why is he so hostile towards you?
I don't know. You got to ask him, I guess. I said before I was removed. I said what I wanted to say, so that's all.
Well, you were removed, so if you want to repeat yourself, buddy, you're more than welcome, because nobody did catch it.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, we're giving you the opportunity to say, what you think. Again, the only reason we moved you is because we were letting Caden Anderson have his piece and saying what he wants to say, and then you can say what you want to say. So the floor is yours now, Brock Denny, and if he interrupts you, we'll put him down in another channel. But if you want to say what you want to say, you're more than welcome to, buddy.
No, I'm good. We're good.
Do you feel like there's going to be any retaliation down the road between you and Anderson?
Oh, probably. Got the time to play this game all the time. I don't.
All right, buddy. Well, since you're not going to give us any more than we thought we were going to get, go ahead and thank your sponsors, man, and congratulations on sweeping the events here at Nashville.
I still just got Fruity Pebbles is all. Time to go eat a nice bowl of cereal.
Fruity Pebbles. The mayor of Nashville, mind you. What do you think of that as a new nickname, Brock?
I mean, I'll take it if we come back here. It ain't gonna do me any good if we go somewhere else.
You've moved from a vegetable like broccoli to the best meal of the day, cereal and Fruity Pebbles.
I was looking for Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but they don't have any Cinnamon Toast Crunch schemes on Trading Paints, so.
Hey, they're magically delicious.
They are.
Yeah, they are. Brock Denny trying to get a smile out of him after the post-rage activity between him and Anderson. Anderson has already left the building. Casey Garber again for second, Anderson third, and Brock Denny sweeping the big track and the small track. And Greg, I don't think we're going to get anything out of Brock Denny. I think in frustration he was trying to say his piece, and then he got moved to the bottom of the barrel in the box, and I think maybe he cooled off after that. But your take of your final thoughts of Nashville tonight?
Nashville definitely earned the win. Nashville tonight. There was a lot of beating and banging in both races, and Brock Denny coming out on top, 2 very hard-fought wins, and we're on to the next race. Looking forward to it.
We are on to the next race. I'm believing it is South Boston, if I remember correctly. I haven't looked at the schedule in the last week or two, but I believe it is South Boston for the next event. By the way, Northwest Pro Late Model Series, go to Northwest Racing Series on Facebook and Twitter to follow all the action. And, of course, big thanks to everybody for joining us. Eric Cheney, all the people that are in the associations of the group, the chat in the series, iRacing League, for making it happen. And again, big win for Brock Denny. Controversial as it may be, he picks up the win in the Super Speedway and at the Bullring here tonight. So that will wrap up what will be the fireworks of the first race of the new year for the Northwest Pro Late Model Series. It will do it again next Tuesday, and a whole bunch of other great coverage. Hey, by the way, LTAC comes back tomorrow. The Blizzard Sim 500 League, Main Sim Racing Series, and so much more. NASRA, just some of the awesome sanctioned bodies of iRacing. You can check them out on your home for sim racing at LSRTV and, of course, at livesimracing.com. For Jeff Stabnow, Charles Wooten, everybody at